Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Quick FYI before I start, I look like hell. I've been at work all day and my face is like falling apart. The only thing I've tried to do is I've tried to get rid of my glasses mark and I've redone my lip gloss, so I took it off for work anyway because it'll get everywhere. And because my face has got fatter, I keep getting like glasses dints there as well, so I've tried to get rid of those as well. But if you can still see it, it's just because I'm fat. Anyway, today's video is about repairing broken powders. I thought I'd do this before I took my face off because it just seemed like a good idea, because I've got 3 powders that are broke. One of them was I dropped it. The other one came from my mall box damaged. I was aware of it, it's just unfortunate. And another one was in like a goodie bag and it was so soft that it broke. So I use rubbing alcohol at 70%. I can't say what the actual word is, but yeah, it's just basically rubbing alcohol, and I got this huge jar off Amazon for £4.95. I have fixed 2 powders with this. It's not the prettiest thing when you do it, but this is a pressed face powder and it still looks like a face powder. It's amazing how it works. And then another one was the Mary Luminized by the Balm, and you can see she's actually even more glowy now. She's actually even better. Don't know if it'll like show you. She's a beaut and she still blends out like a dream. So whilst they don't look the prettiest, it is a really good way to salvage your powders so you don't lose them. And the thing that you need, rubbing alcohol, you'll need a little teaspoon and a knife. Oh, and some kitchen paper. Like this list is getting bigger and bigger in it, and a ramekin dish or anything that you want to put it in. So I think what I'll fix is my bronzer, because that's the one that I most want to play with. So this came from my mall box like this. Look at it. Like, not only is it broke, but it has to break outside the packaging as well. So you basically get your broken powder and like all around the edges, just to make sure that every bit of powder is all collected. And I'm covered now. Right, so then just with some tissue paper, it would, if I'd have actually thought about this properly, I'd have got a wet wipe, and I'm just going to clean the packaging, because you obviously don't want that to be covered in powder still when you then go to put it all back in. So that is the powder in my little ramekin dish, and then all you do is you get your spoon and you just crush it into a finer powder. You don't want any big lumps in it, you want it as fine as you can get it. Right, so when you've like got the powder as fine as you can get it, or as you're happy with, I then get my alcohol. And if you've got like a syringe or anything like that, that'll probably be a lot easier. But I just pour a little tiny bit in the cap, and I literally pour like a tiny weensy little drop. It's quite a strong smell as well, so don't be like alarmed by the smell. And just stir it up. What you're looking to get is a paste that you can spread in the pan, but it's not too wet. Generally, like when I did those other ones, generally it was like, I think it was 1.5 cups, but obviously it depends on the amount of products you've got. Just make sure you're scraping all the edges, because it does like congeal. So as you can see, that's 1 capful and it's still not doing anything. So I'm just going to pour some more. Now the key is, once you get to the 2nd capful, is definitely don't like throw it all in at once. Definitely take your time. Bronzer probably wasn't the best one to use because it looks like poop, but you're left with a paste. So then you get your knife, you get your little pan and plonk it in. Well, you've got it in there, you've got your knife, and then just spread it around like you would, like you're icing a cake. So you want to make sure you get it into all the little nooks and crannies. Once it's on, I go back to my spoon and use that to go around the edges. I find it's a bit better than the knife, because you can really get into the grooves, unless you've got a smaller knife, which would have been a better idea. Right, so then you're left with that. It still smells like the rubbing alcohol, but this is where your tissue paper comes in. So you just need one sheet of tissue paper, and I fold it up. Now, obviously, whatever designs on your tissue paper is going to correspond onto the, it's going to imprint onto the product. So just be aware of that. And I basically hold it on a firm bit of pressure, but you don't want to squidge it down. You're not trying to, like, you know, can like ooze it all out of you. So I just hold it on like that, just to like soak up a bit of the excess alcohol. And as you can see, it's took off a layer there, and I am left with a pretty little imprint. Then turn it over, piece of tissue, and that will stay on there overnight. I usually weigh it down with something, so like if it's just this on its own, I'll have that hold it, or I'll use some that I've got in my bathroom just to keep this tissue on, just to keep it so that it's soaking up the excess product. And then in the morning I'll take it off and leave it to air dry in the morning as well, just until that smell goes. But by leaving it overnight with that pressure on, I feel like it's pressing it down, it's as such. So that is how I fix my powders. I hope that was easy for you to follow. So I am going to go now. Please do hit that subscribe button if you do want to see more from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!